Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this photograph of a hoodie, evidently. It's got even the strings in the middle of the logo, and asked for some help creating this. I've kind of played around with it. I have no artistic ability, and there are people that could do I don't like I like everything but my heart. I would work on my heart a little bit differently. But I just typed out the word love. And if you can see and I'm just giving suggestions, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go up to object and break the love apart. And then this was a font I found on DOE font called Cute Love. I'm going to change the L to Arial. We don't need the O because it's the heart, but this thing is 2.66. With this ratio locked, I want to make this 2.66. That'll make my letters all about the same. Well, it really won't. Do them individually. Now, the V is just a color, and it's probably stretched out a little bit or whatever to make, whatever shape that you want. Then you'd have to make the other ones. And in the real one, it's got some glitter, and I can't really add that. But we're going to do the E. I'm going to left click, right click, and I just went to the internet and I Googled spotted print, found a leopard print. I copied the image. I brought it into Corel. I right click and paste it. It's huge. I don't want it that big. So I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to go to trace bitmap, outline trace clip art. And it's almost done. And it looks pretty good. So I'm going to say okay. I'm going to move that over. And it has very little white in it, so we're lucky. I'm going to go to object, order, backup page, and you can see the white in it. If we click on the item and go to object, group, and ungroup, we can get rid of that white. And I also would get rid of those little bitty spots, even though they're probably not going to be in your E. And you could change these. You don't have to pick this one. But now I'm going to group this, Control G. I don't like using power clip, but in this case, it's going to work perfectly. I'm going to go to object, power clip, place inside frame, and look at that. Now, I'm going to regret it if this doesn't work. I'm going to use Smart Fill tool, and I'm just going to use that pink color again and see it doesn't work. But maybe we can go to object, order, backup page, and it works. You maybe want to make the outline a little thicker than a hairline, but that's beside the point. We'll go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. You'll have to make sure you grab the whole thing before you can make it bigger, because you'd want it the same. So we've got the L and the E done. The L is probably, to me, the hardest. I just took the L and I left click, right click, and I went to object and I converted it to a curve. And then I took the shape tool and I took the nodes and first of all, select it all, right click, turn them into a curve. And then you could, kind of alter the L a little bit so it's not a perfect shape, and just kind of play around with it. Maybe make this a little bit bigger. Then I'm going to say that's my outside layer. I'm going to go to effects and contour. I'm going to contour to the inside just 0.05. Then I'm going to go to object and break the contour apart. Click on my item, and you can see it is a curve too. I'm actually going to take some of the lines outside the first one and try to keep most of them inside. And this is where you could spend a lot of time or a little bit of time. Then I'm going to take my second one, and I'm going to contour again. I'm going to go ahead and go up to object, break contour apart. And, that really doesn't look too bad. But what I want, oh, I did break the contour part. I'm going to go ahead and make these lines. Well, first of all, let's do this. We want this graphic shows the white and the black over the entire thing with the lines on the inside. So I'm going to make a box. I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool, fill it in. That's the surface or the outside of my box. Now I can fill in that box, and that's my total outside, counting everything, counting all the layers. I'm just going to real quickly draw a 2-point line, holding down the control button, snap it to the top, hit the plus key on the keyboard, snap it to that maybe, select them both with the shift tool, and I'm going to open up the blend docker, and I'm going to blend them 10 times. Now I'm going to bring in a box so we can see when I add white to it, object, order, backup page. And this graphic is black and white. You wouldn't have to, you could do whatever your color you want. I would strongly suggest maybe making your outside colors white. Whoop. Then just change your Smart Fill tool to white. If you're going to use, then the black is going to be more, it's going to make it readable. Hold down the Alt key and select everything and hit delete. So now we have the L, but I'm also going to take away the outline that we created. Well, can't really because we Smart Filled it. So we're going to nudge all these over. Now you look, I'm just nudging the black. Let me see if I can't nudge the line. Let's make sure we get them all. I have to bring back I don't know why I always delete the yellow box. I don't know why I just move it out of the way. We left one white. There we go. Now, I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to group this together. Now we need to kind of maybe change these lines. You can't really, well, you could use black. But let's make them thicker than a hairline. Whoop, too thick. And this would be your personal preference, maybe 2 points. You could make one of them gray by right-clicking and then make it 2 points. And I'm just trying to figure out, how they did that. Make it a little bit darker gray, 2 points. Now, watch what happens when we bring in our graphic. It's going to cover everything up, but if we go to object, order, backup page, of course I'll have to put the yellow in back now. Object, order, backup page. That looks pretty, similar to the L. So let's take everything over here. And let's do this. Whoa, don't want to do that. I meant just to get my yellow box. Of course, I'd want to make the L bigger now because I played around with everything else. Now, the only thing we need to make is the heart. And it'd almost be easier just to start over, but I'm going to go to basic shapes or common shapes, which is underneath your polygon tool. Grab the heart and not hold down any control button or anything and kind of make a non-perfect heart. There's a lot you could do with this. Well, I hope there is. Let's see if we can go to object, convert it to a curve, bring in some nodes, and then you could move, some of the things around and not, make it not a perfect heart. Then just Control D and hit the plus key and make it a little bit bigger. Maybe grab the shape tool and move it over a little bit. When you're trying to move a little bitty spot like that, it's almost easier to nudge. I'm not doing a very good job. It'll look better when we add the thickness and add the white. Now we're going to make a plus that again. Maybe let's come out this way and make it a little bit taller. Now we're going to take our colors and let's make them all black right now. And let's make them all the same thickness. So we're going to go 2 points. We're going to have to go a little thicker, 4 points. And then we're going to make one of them blue by right-clicking blue. So I'm better than I was, but what we want is the white background to kind of show like this. So we'll do the same thing. We'll take the Smart Fill tool and fill in with a color, doesn't matter what color, and that once again gives us that outside shape. Now we're going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill it in white and put it in our new shape. Once again, go to Object, Order, Backup Page. Now you can't see the white because we're on a white background, but if we Control G to group that, and let's kind of put these things in order now. Let's make our yellow box bigger. Let's move the L and the let's move the heart down now. And then that way you can make it thicker. And you know, if you took the time and because you're just copying an idea, this is going to be yours. So, you know, we could make the lines a little thicker, you know, change the colors. I do like how kind of the L change came out. Anyway, kind of a fun project. I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.